Hey guys, it's Jasper here, back with another video. Today we're getting into some unhinged relationship stories to lower your stress after a long day at work. Before we start though, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping on the channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel to help support the operation. Sit back, get some snacks, have a nice cold beverage, and enjoy these Reddit stories from today. Thanks again, but enough talking, let's get right into this. Date came over to surprise me and I got weirded out. I'm in college and have exams that I'm studying for. A guy I've gone on 3 to 4 dates with wanted to hang out and say bye before leaving for 2 weeks to go to Italy with his cousins. I declined, saying we'd see each other when he's back since I don't want to have any distractions as I'm currently behind in class. I got a call around midnight telling me to come outside because he was there and he wanted to kiss me goodbye before leaving. I was kind of weirded out and I live in my parents' house and didn't want to wake them up to a guy at our back door late at night. Also, he lives an hour away and I didn't invite him because I had exams early in the morning. Am I the asshole for thinking this is weird? Edit. What do I tell him? I'm more creeped out after the responses. Yeah, I'd say this girl isn't the asshole for this. What is this guy doing? What is he thinking? You're pulling up to someone's house uninvited. Yeah, that is kind of weird. And then she says at the back door, like, why are you at the back door? That's scary. That's like something you see in a horror movie. I mean, even as a guy, if a girl pulled up on you unannounced, you'd think this person is like stalking you and overly obsessed with you. It's like that movie that just came out, Obsession. Like, this is kind of giving the same thing. So no, you're not the asshole for this. And yeah, you got weirded out. You only went on 3 to 4 dates with this person. Like, if this was like your boyfriend, yeah, but this is just some guy she's going on a date with. So no, you're not the asshole, and you should probably block this guy. What else is he gonna do? Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend out for having a double standard? So I, a 32-year-old male, am in a somewhat new relationship 10 months with a 28-year-old female. Recently, she has been staying over more, and a few weeks ago, she noticed I use hair loss meds and night oil on my head and peptide treatment twice a week. First time I saw her notice, she just looked at me out of the corner of her eye without saying anything. The next time, she said, "Oh, what is that?" And I explained it. She acted funny. She saw me do it a few more times and had a go at me for using it. She mainly said stuff like, "Why do you do it? It's so insecure and a turnoff." Now my hair has always been the feature I like about myself, and yeah, it is a little insecure, but it's still my choice and it's not hurting me or anyone. I got pretty upset and said, well, I could say the same about you getting your lip filler and Botox along with you dyeing your hair. She got up and said it's not the same and it's unfair to compare and that she does it to live up to beauty standards and compete with her friends that also do it. I just replied, oh, it's a case of the rules are for thee and not for me. Now she's not talking to me. This guy is not the asshole here, and yes, this is a double standard. This guy isn't even doing anything crazy to himself. All he's doing is putting oil and peptide treatment in his hair so he doesn't lose hair. And the fact that she said that's a turn off and it's insecure, like, that's just messed up. And then when he points out her lip filler and Botox, she gets mad like, dude, your girl is gaslighting you. That's what that is. And I find it funny how she says she needs to live up to the beauty standards and compete with her friends that also do it. So it seems she's actually more insecure than he is because she has to compare herself to her friends to live up to beauty standards. So we have another case of someone pointing out someone else's insecurities so they feel better about themselves. That's exactly what she's doing here to this guy. This guy is not the asshole for this. Am I the asshole for sleeping in an extra hour without giving my wife a heads up? For context, I am a 30-year-old male and my wife is a 28-year-old female. We have a child who is 3. She is a stay-at-home mom and I work full-time during the day. Our typical day goes as follows. My son wakes up around 6 a.m. so I'll wake up with him and let mom sleep in till I have to leave for work around 7:30. I'm at work till 5 p.m. and she's with him during the day while I'm at work, and when I get off at 5 p.m. I'll have him around 5 to 9 p.m. bedtime, where we usually will go to a friend's house, the park, etc. Anything to get out the house and to keep him busy. Then I'll normally do dinner for all of us and the bedtime routine. Now getting to today, I accidentally slept in an extra hour after my son woke up and my wife was incredibly frustrated I slept through all the noise. She didn't say a word, and when I said good morning before work, she reminded me that now she's gonna have to be with him all day, tired, and good luck to sleeping in this weekend as she now claimed both days to sleep in. Am I the asshole here? I really feel like I am because we typically have this routine and I'm sure she relies on that extra hour. For this guy, I would say he's not the asshole for this. Look, yeah, I know she's a stay-at-home mom and he works a full-time job and they have this routine, but he slept in an extra hour one day by accident. Maybe he was extra tired. But there's no reason to start conflict and then say that you're going to claim 2 days to sleep in because he slept in for 1 extra hour. It sounds like she's gaslighting him and she has an attitude problem, to be honest. So no, he's not the asshole here. I think he needs to have a conversation with his wife and resolve the situation before it gets any worse. And this is all over an extra hour of sleep. Like, this is 1 hour he slept an extra. That's not a lot of time. It's not like he was dead knocked out all day. No, it was just 1 hour. So she's overreacting. This guy's not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not loaning my boyfriend more money? Me, 38-year-old female, and my boyfriend, 39-year-old male, have been together for a little over 2 years. We both make around $40K before taxes in a very expensive East Coast major city. This year I started taking accountability for my relationship to money and started saving for the first time. I now have more than $5,000 saved, no debt, have been fixing my credit steadily, and have begun a separate fund for a business I want to start. My partner, however, does not have any savings and never has. He has no debt either. He usually has enough money to cover his portion of the household rent and bills. We're 50-50 on everything, but has no money for much else. 2 weeks ago, and for the first time in our 3-year relationship, he needed to borrow money in order to make his car payment. It's a car he rents in order to work for a rideshare app. I told him I'd help him on this occasion, and it was only $350, but that it's a loan that I expect repaid, and that I think he'd do well to start putting a little money away. He agreed to the money being a loan and so far has paid me back $50. Today he had a perfect storm of a slow work day and car trouble. He needed $200 to fix the car, but I didn't give him the money because he already owes me money and is taking longer than expected to pay me back. To fix his car, he had to take a loan against his day wages and is now very upset at me because I told him he's causing himself extra stress by not having an emergency fund. He got upset about this and we argued over the phone with me telling him he's not stuck and to take measures and think ahead by making emergency savings. He rebutted that this wasn't his fault because the rental company is supposed to cover any car trouble and that I shouldn't be making this about money. He is tired and has been out driving for almost a full day and has made no money due to the loan from the ride app he works for. And I'm left wondering if I'm being too harsh and not being a supportive partner by helping him, and that maybe I could have made my point in a better way. Context: I've suffered severe financial abuse in the past, which left me in debt that I've now finally paid off after 6 years, and I'm afraid of that happening again. I'm actively in therapy for this, but feel I can be a little too defensive and protective of my finances because of this. Am I the asshole here? Thanks. For this situation, I'd say she's not the asshole for this. Maybe she could go about the conversation a little bit differently. I mean, it seems like he needs some help, but also he is clearly financially irresponsible. In the comments, the OP states that his weekly payment for the car he's using on, I'm guessing, Uber or Lyft, is $300 a week, so he's already paying $1,200 a month just to use the car. So that's already a lot of money being spent in a month, and he clearly doesn't have any emergency funds. So I agree that you don't have to always give your partner money, especially if they are financially irresponsible. And in this situation, I don't think she's the asshole for this. She just seems kind of fed up. And honestly, just him getting upset over her pointing out his financial situation is kind of telling. Maybe no one's telling him this, but I'd say she's being a good partner for bringing it up, because who else is going to tell him? So no, she's not the asshole for this. Am I in the wrong for banning my boyfriend's friend? My boyfriend and I have been together for a year. He's always had this friend called Ted, changed for this post. I noticed that my boyfriend would come home extremely intoxicated after seeing Ted, as in being a dick, stumbling, burping, being macho and gross, etc. But lately, my boyfriend has shared some problematic opinions. For example, Ted is going through a custody battle, so they both constantly bash Ted's ex. But I found out concerning information, like Ted burst his ex-wife's eardrum. He keeps saying she's crazy, or she's nuts, or she can't pay her rent. And I think it's all highly inappropriate. So, am I in the wrong for banning Ted from our house? For this specific post, the person on top says, I think you should be more concerned with your boyfriend. And yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable here. And no, I don't think this person's the asshole. It seems like the OP's boyfriend is easily influenced by his friend Ted. And if the allegation of him busting his wife's eardrum is true, I mean, you don't want abusive people around you. And then you never know. What if her boyfriend tries to act like Ted thinking it's cool, and then he does it to her? So no, you're not the asshole for this. I think you should be more concerned with your boyfriend, to be honest. Am I the asshole for telling my brother his new girlfriend is way too young for him? So my brother is a 32-year-old male, and he's been dating this girl for about 3 months. She's 19. I'm 28. I know 32 and 19 is a big age gap, but it's more than that. She seems like a really sweet kid, and I don't think she's a bad person or anything, but she has literal zero life experience. She's still figuring out what she wants to do with her life. She's never lived alone. She's never had a serious job. My brother, on the other hand, is really settled. He has a great career, owns his own home, and is talking about marriage and kids like it's already a given. I brought it up to him because I was worried about him and also worried about her. I told him I thought she was way too young and inexperienced to be thinking about marriage and kids with him, and that he was going to end up hurting her or vice versa. He got really defensive and told me it was none of my business and that I was being judgmental. He said he's happy and that's all that matters. Now he's barely talking to me. I honestly thought I was looking out for both of them, but maybe I overstepped. Am I the asshole? Honestly, for this situation, I'd say she's not the asshole for bringing this up. It is a pretty big age gap, 19 to 32, and she's just trying to look out for her brother and also look out for the girl. But at the same time though, he is a grown man. It is his own business. This girl is consenting to being with him. It's not like she's underage or anything. So if that's what he wants to do, that's who he's in a relationship with. I mean, that's his own business, but as a sibling, I get it for her trying to look out for her brother and look out for this person. But it's not like anything illegal here is going on. She's just simply looking out. But no, I don't think she's the asshole for this. I would say the same thing to my siblings as well. Am I the asshole for not letting my boyfriend come over during a good opportunity? Mid-April, I was spending a weekend away from college at home to house sit / watch the dog while my parents went on a beach trip. At the time, my boyfriend and I had been dating for 1 month. He asked me Friday night if he could come and stay with me there. I told him we couldn't on short notice because my parents are strict and still haven't met him, but I wish he could. He seemed to understand. However, last weekend he confessed that my rejection deeply hurt him. I didn't think of it as a rejection, but he felt that way, and I feel really bad for it. I wish he communicated in the moment because I may have snuck out to see him or something. I have been trying to remedy this by offering spending a weekend together this month, but now he thinks I am faking it. I am concerned about how upset he is about this. He says it almost made him lose feelings to be rejected. I do love him and never meant it to be that way. I only wanted to respect my parents' space. Am I the asshole? I'd say she's not the asshole for this. She's only been dating this guy for a month and he's already crying about her not seeing him for one day when she had the perfect opportunity. And then after the fact, he's gaslighting her, saying that maybe she's faking her feelings now. Honestly, for a guy to be acting like this is really ridiculous, especially after only a month. And at the end, she says she only wanted to respect her parents' space. Yeah, totally understandable. And they haven't even been together for that long, so her parents probably don't even know this person. So nah, she's not the asshole for this. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and drop a comment on your favorite story from today. Let me know your thoughts, and until the next video, have a great rest of your day.